Hello, let's understand the concept of pleiotropy. So what is pleiotropy? First of all, it comes under neo-Mendelism. That means it's a deviation from the Mendelian genetics. What Mendel said, that one gene is responsible for one phenotypic expression. But in pleiotropy, we can clearly see that single gene is responsible, or single gene is exhibiting multiple phenotypic expressions. Multiple phenotypes. Yes, so when this single gene is exhibiting, or it's responsible for giving multiple phenotypes, such gene, first of all, that gene is called as pleiotropic gene, and this phenomenon is called as pleiotropy. So let us understand the pleiotropy with the help of one example, and that is phenylketonuria. Now see what happens in phenylketonuria. What is phenylketonuria? It is a autosomal recessive disorder. Basically, it's a genetic disorder which is caused because of the single gene mutation. Okay. Now, what happens in phenylketonuria? First, let's understand the normal phenomenon. Phenylalanine. See, phenylalanine is one of the aromatic amino acid. So, this amino acid has to be converted to tyrosine. Now, what is tyrosine? Tyrosine is also one of the aromatic amino acid which is required for the thyroid hormone formation or synthesis, and then again the series of reaction in the metabolic pathways. So we see that this conversion, as we know that every metabolic reaction in our body is catalyzed by some or the other enzyme. So this phenylalanine to the tyrosine is done or catalyzed by one enzyme called as phenylalanine hydroxylase, which is also called as PAH. Yes, so phenylalanine hydroxylase converts the phenylalanine to tyrosine, and this is very crucial step, because this tyrosine is further important for formation of T3 and T4, that is thyroid regulation. Now, one more thing, that this tyrosine further helps in the formation of dopamine, which is very important neurotransmitter, and it is also important for the formation of melanin as well, which is a skin prepigment which protects us from the harmful UV rays. Now, let me tell you, if there is some problem with this step, if this enzyme is not produced properly, the other reactions won't happen, right? So this is nothing but phenylketonuria. In phenylketonuria, this enzyme is not produced. PAH enzyme is not produced. Now why not produced? Because of the single gene mutation. We know that there is a gene for a protein. So if this gene for this enzyme or protein is hampered somehow, okay, or is mutated, so this mutation would lead to less production or no production of enzyme. If this is not produced, this won't happen. So phenylalanine will not be converted to tyrosine. Tyrosine further will not form dopamine, will not form melanin properly. So what is the combined result of this? Of course, there will be many phenotypic expressions because of this single change. What are these? First is that thyroid malfunction. Yes, so many metabolic irregularities will be there, right? Second is dopamine is also not produced. Mental retardation is seen. Third, melanin is not produced, so loss of pigmentation. skin as well as hair pigmentation. Okay, and along with this, if you see, the name of the disorder is phenylketonuria. Yes, that means if this phenylalanine is not converted further, it will be accumulated inside the brain. Okay, so this accumulated phenylalanine is then further converted into its derivatives, that is phenylpyruvic acid and many other derivatives which are harmful. And sometimes it also forms ketone bodies. Now these ketone bodies are poorly absorbed by the kidneys, so they are excreted in the urine, and we know that ketone bodies are abnormal constituents of urine. So this is one of the expression, ketone bodies in urine. Now you see that because of the mutation in this single gene, okay, we are getting these many phenotypic expressions. Yes, so this gene would be called as a pleiotropic gene. Pleiotropic gene. And this whole phenomenon is called as pleiotropy. Thank you.